Hi everybody, this is Andrei. It's often to see in history how technical limitations drove to innovation. And in today's tutorial for Luma-mu Eurorack module, we will focus on the genius Roger Linn design for LM1 HiHat sounds. I want to give you a brief explanation of the LM1 first, so we can get in the context why it's so unique and so standing out comparing to everything else that existed before. So, as you know, the LM1, so Luma-1 that replicates it exactly for the schematics, designed in a way where every drum sound runs on its own dedicated channel with its own DAC, and some of them go through the filter. And these channels are more or less the same, except the hi-hat channel. So, to give an idea of that, let's hear it first, and I'm going to play a bit, and then I'm going to just a solo hi-hat, and we will discuss it. So this is the early digital drum machine, right? But the hi-hat sounds so live, and let's see why. When I play it, let me use the high velocity sound. You can hear that every time I'm playing it, it sounds a little bit different, right? And unlike for the most sample playback drum machines, this approach is very unique. There are not many controls for the hi-hat except that you can control a decay. And again, when you play with the different decay levels, it sounds every time the same, and it sounds live, it sounds like a human. When you go to the open hi-hat sound, this is especially interesting because for these early drum machines, you don't have enough the EEPROM memory capacity to fit the, that long cymbal sound, that long open hi-hat sound. So let's hear it again. And here's a trick that Roger Linn made back in the day. So unlike all other channels, which are single shot sounds, so you play it and then you stop it, the hi-hat channel never stops. It's always running on the loop. And with the VCA and with the applied envelope, you control what this channel is doing. If I apply the short sparkle, short impulse, it creates the hi-hat closed sound. And of course, you can control it with a decay. When I want to make the open hi-hat sound, I just open it longer. So I have the extreme decay to that sound, and so that now sounding like the open hi-hat. And you can really hear it in this drum machine, in this Luma-1. My hi-hat channel, when it opens, it's not fully closes. So that's very easy to demonstrate. So now, instead of pressing the close hi-hat sound after open hat, let's hear it. I just trigger it, and let's hear what is in the background. So you hear it, right? And this is how the hi-hat is created. Every time you control it through the envelope, but not only through the envelope, think about that every time you hit it in the random position of that looped sample, and even it's a short burst of the hat sound, because it's looping, you can create a very long decay, and so that creates the closed hat sound. Open hat sound. That's very unique. That hasn't been done before that, and certainly this is a very clever idea when you don't have enough sample memory, but you want to play the long sustained sound. What we're going to do today, we will take this approach and we will replicate it with Lumamu. It has all the necessary controls to get exactly to the same sound as we do with Luma-1 or LM1. And we'll create a bank of our own sounds. We will play with these sounds from the multiple sources in my studio here. And we'll create a bank and I will upload it with this bank. Everybody who has the Lumamu, you can use it, and feel free to use it in your production. So, how we can do it with Lumamu? Lumamu, as you might remember, has two operational modes. One mode is a single shot, another is looped sound. And in the previous tutorials, I used that loop mode to create a wavetable oscillator out of the Lumamu. In this example, though, we will be using the that looped mode to put there the hi-hat noise, and we will be shaping this noise through the dynamics input. So that's basically the input to the DAC that makes it a VCA-like behaving. And for this purpose, I'll be using again a set of my expert slippers modules with the Ableton and a plugin control. And I'll be generating a different types of envelope, and we will be playing with these envelopes to create open and closed head sound. Also, I have a MIDI controller here, I have the interface over here, and I have another MIDI controller here. This is it. So now I recommend that we start with the most basic sound for this. And to do that, first of all, let's take what already exists in a Luma-1 LM1 drum machine and load this sound into the Lumamu. There's always a trick, right? So the original LM1 drum machine, it only had 4 kilobytes worth of the EEPROM data for the sound. So the loop that we're talking about, let's take a look on my screen here, is really, really short. And you can actually hear it. Let's hear it again. So you can hear how it's repeating, right? Now I have it in here in my Lumamu editor, and let's drop it on the slot 1, and let's load it, and we can load it to the Lumamu, but basically let's preview it first. So this is it. This is how short it is. And I'm currently playing it at 24 kilohertz playback, so that gives me right in the center position of the pitch potentiometer. I can, well, pitch it up, and so I can make a real head out of that. If I loaded this sample as is into Lumamu, so what will happen? Lumamu has 16 kilobytes of memory per slot. So that's a lot for drum sounds. That's about 1.5 seconds of worth of the data. And so if I start playing it on a loop, it will be a part of that noise, then 12 kilobytes of the silence, because the noise is only 4K from the LM1, and then it will be repeating. That's not what we want to do. So instead of that approach, what I want to do, I want to copy my original LM1 loop 4 times, so that will populate all the memory capacity of a Lumamu single slot and reload this sound. I did that already in advance, so now we will take it and drop it here. It's exactly the same loop. Let's hear it. It's just 4 times repeat. And that would be our first slot for this bank that we will create. So let's start picking up different sounds, and so we will play the whole bank and then preview this bank. Okay, so, but you would ask, how Roger Linn created that noise that sounds like really sustained, especially when we look here, and it's not fading as you may think. You somehow need to have it somewhere. So the story behind this tells that he used the live hat. Well, I have a right here, but we will use it instead. He used the live hat with felt sticks. He excited it, and he cut the tail part, and he squished the compressor that to be really on the same level for this short amount of time. This is exactly what we are going to replicate now. Okay, so I have a project here in Cubase, nothing fancy. It's just a one track that goes from my envelope interface with the Soyuz condenser mic here and the ride that I'll be using instead of hat. And we will try to simulate that experiment or that experience that Roger Linn achieved back in the day with the LM1 Hi-Hat. I don't think that we will get to exactly the same sound, but we will get very close, I'm pretty sure. So I will record it first, then we will chop it, trim it, and process it. So I think this should be enough. So we only need a part that is after I hammered it with the felt sticks, right? So let's try to find it. I think somewhere here, that would be the place where we cut it. I think that we don't need it for that long. We just have some source of the data there. We have the actual data. Now let's process this. In my chain, there's a basic stuff. I have the EQ, which is the low cut. We will cut all the rumble. And yeah, sure. And then I have the filter Pro C compressor. So we put the threshold, the highest ratio, and fastest attack and auto release. It doesn't really matter for these because it won't be releasing it. And so the gain will way up because our level is so low. So let's hear it. Oh yeah, it does it. Great. That's probably all we need. So then let's process this. I want to have a bigger piece. You see, I have the silence in the beginning. I will explain why once we process this. So let's give it a name. So that would be Live Hat. Let's give it to the sample rate that I recorded, I believe, in 48K. So we will do, oh yeah, that's 48K. We will do 48K as well. And so that exported. Now what I want to do, I will open it with Audacity. You see, the reason I did it, because obviously I did that experiment before. First of all, we can see the envelope, and I'm not quite happy with what I'm getting here, because first of all, it's not a uniform, but it gets uniform around here. And you see, I also have a spike in the beginning. This spike is coming from the, well, basically compressor kicking in. Oops. That would be like this and like this. That's all we need. Now our sample is in 48K. I don't want it in the 48K. I want this to be in 22. Why I'm doing that, and in mono, why I'm doing that? The primary reason, so now it's here in the downloads folder. Let's hear it. Okay, that's enough, I think. The reason I'm doing that, first of all, when I'm importing that in the Lumamu tools, Lumamu tools doesn't really care about the sample rate. It cares about the data. So when I import it here, I want these to take the data as is without slowing it down, because if I import the 48 kilohertz and my playback at 24, so I'll be playing it twice as slow. And we still want to put it into the middle pitch position. And so the import frequency, sample rate, I'm sorry, should be the same. Okay, now I drop it. Great. We count that we finished this sample as well. And now let's do some other samples. For other samples, we go back to my Cubase session. And now instead of having the live sound from the live mic, we will capture something. And I have this little toy here. We will be using the noise generator from this toy. And I mean, really, the hi-hat is just a noise. It's all about how you process it, how you shape it, how you create the envelope. But there is nothing really fancy about the noise. So we can use two noises that exist on this little thing. So we have to turn it on first. And we'll take a white noise, and then we take a saw noise. Okay, and just pick the input and record this. And let's hear this. I turn off all the plugins. Sure, white noise. We need to shape it again. And maybe create some curve to excite it. Yep, this might be it really. And let's export this. And let's not do any compressor because it doesn't make sense, it's just a white noise. What I also wanted to do, I probably want to normalize it because we didn't normalize the first sample. This is okay, but because it was live and compressor played there, here we just normalize it to pick and to give it a full range of 8-bit sound. Okay, export, audio mix down, and now instead of 48K we'll do that in 22, and we will export this directly to Luma tools. So that'll be the first one, and export this, and I will repeat this and do this again. The different source of the noise that's here, well, it's called saw, it's just you'll hear it sounds entirely different. I will bypass the EQ and record this. Obviously, I know what I'm recording, right? I don't need a preview, but you need it. Let's hear it. Oh, sounds very, very interesting. What I want to do, I will disable this. Fantastic. Okay, so let's capture this. Let's normalize it as well. Here. Wonderful. Okay, and export this as well in 22 colors. Export. Done. I think that's it. Oh no, we will do something more with Cubase. Let's do it later. Okay, so we need to import 2 more sound recordings, right? We have already the live hat, we already have the LM1 hat. Now we will do the teenage, the first one. Let's hear it. Okay, great. We will do the second one. Oh, great. So we do noises today. Let's do something more. Okay, for this next sound, I created a small project in Ableton. And I was experimenting the FM created hi-hats. So I did that in Dexed, and it sounds really weird, but I think this is how it should sound. Great, so obviously it never stops because it's just once triggered and it keeps running forever. I cut a piece of this, so that's here. And now we need to open this piece with Audacity. And we don't need this, but we will take this. Right, and I want to process it again to normalize it. Oh, we need to select it first, sure. Effects, normalize, here. That would be it. And I want to export this with the resampling in 22K with mono, and okay, sure, that would be next hat. Okay, let's take it from here and let's hear it. What I don't like is the fact that there is very little in the beginning that I haven't noticed. So let's go back to this. Let's just delete the small part here, and let's re-export this. Great. So that would be our next hat in slot 5, well, slot 4 if we look on the Lumamu, because it counts from 0. Great. I want to create a few more hats. All right. For this, I'll be using some of my other special equipment. Let's take a look at this. Okay, welcome to this corner. I don't think that we ever recorded from this angle. This is my drum rack, lots of the drum computers here. But the one that I want to use for this is that Soviet thing. Well, not because Soviet sounds great. Soviet sounds terrible. And that's why we are going to use it. It's called LL-UDS. I think it stands for drum station. So, and it's fully analog. There is no MIDI input. There's a trigger input. And as for the trigger, I will be just using TR-505. So every time I'm playing sounds here, it goes to the trigger input here. And we can set what it's doing. The sound is basically combined by two pieces. One is a tonal part and another is the noise part. And for our example, all we need to have is the noise. And there are several ways to shape the spectrum of this noise, to shape the attack and release, and also to give some timbre characteristics. So, and you can also control the balance of these. I'm now fully moving to noise, right? I like this. Alright, so let's process our sounds that we captured from Soviet drum module. I have it here on the timeline. We will cut the attack. We will do pretty much the same as I did with the actual live sound, because there is still quite a bit of release. No matter how I set the knob, it will be decaying anyway. So that would be our first sound. That would be our second sound, and we trim it, and I think that would be it, right? So put it here and enable our compressors. I like them. Okay, so let's process this. And I will process this in Cubase and then trim it in Audacity. I have the right thing to do. Trim, process. Okay, I finished with two sounds. One is sounds like this. Great. And another is this. Fantastic. That's what we'll be using here for our kit. And now the final sound. And for the final sound, I had some thoughts. What should I do differently from anything else that I have here? And I came up with an idea. There is one song that I really enjoyed when I was a kid. And some of you will recognize it because it has some substantial drum influence. I think that's enough. Alright, so let's open this sound and we will do something magic to this. First of all, let's find it. Let's find the moment that we want to use. It will be in the beginning. We just need to capture a very, very little snippet of the hat. Now we will, I'll do the same. First of all, I will normalize it and then apply effects to these. Apply effects, and we will, let's be consistent, let's take a folder and copy all those, and then again, let's take a folder and around the cursor. Like this. Fantastic. This is exactly what we need. Great. Now we will export this. You see, it's not enough for us to create the loop, but we will be doing something quite unique. For the unique piece, I will open it in Pole Stretch tool, and we will grab it from here, and then we will stretch it to a crazy amount. And process it. And let's go to again, download folder, and let's see what it was. Fantastic. I mean, I could have it longer. I'm sorry, I could have less stretch to this, but I think that will work for our needs just perfectly. We'll do again, normalize. Keep doing that, because keep reminding myself that we are operating in the we are only operating it in 8 bits. I don't like the rumble, maybe. But maybe I like it because it's part of that air coming from this electric light orchestra recording. Let's keep it as is. Really, that's all about experiments. There is no right way to do. You keep experimenting with this until you get it right. Okay, and this will be our last sample. Certainly it doesn't sound like it was the original one, right? And now we go to the sweet part of that all. We move to my small setup here. Again, that's the small skiff that I've been using on the previous demos. And I have expert slippers here. We'll be using only one Lumamu module, which is here. I have a picker ROM that is connected to my laptop already. Let's program it. And to control this, first of all, let's make sure that it sounds, because I already have a setup here. This is the original LM1 sound that we exported that, so it's in a slot 0 position. I set up it here, and I already have the small Ableton session for this ready. Let's just start this. The session basically maps the expert slippers with the controllers that I have here. I will show you the details of that session. So we'll go here, and this is our session. So I can trigger it. How I'm doing that? Let me show you the setup that we have. There are several channels, but the channel that makes really is interesting for us, it's this element effects, which is just a whole routing for expert flippers. And I'm using this module called Silent Way voice controller, and I mapped one of its parameters to the rotor control here, and by turning it you can see on the screen that I'm actually controlling the decay. So let's close this, because you know what it's doing right now. And if I trigger the sound, I can create this closed hi-hat exactly like the Luma-1 is doing. It's even more closed in Luma-1. And you can hear every time it's different, because it picks the different pieces of this loop. Let's preview the others, how they sound. This is our live piece. I find it still usable, right? Next one. This is the noise from the Teenage Engineering, 2 noises that we put. This is interesting. This is Dexit. You can hear that it has a tone in it. So, of course, because the DX7 doesn't have the noise in its operators. That's very interesting. Number 5, 5, 6, and then we have a 7 special one. 5 is the Soviet UDS drum machine. I like this, it's great. And then we have 6. Pretty much the same character of a sound, of course, I expected that. And the final 7 from the ELO. Not what I expected, but let's try to program it. I have a small pattern here. And you can see how it's moving. And the final LM1. Awesome. I'm so enjoying doing this for you. I hope you will enjoy doing the same with your Lumamu, and I hope you'll find it useful. Thank you very much, and see you next time. Goodbye.